Today, we dive into stories of daring homeowners who turned the tables on package thieves. From sting operations with the police to ingenious traps and unexpected confrontations, these porch pirates thought they had an easy score until they met their match.
You're done.
Let's see how these encounters unfolded and the surprising outcomes that left these thieves regretting their choices. Number 1. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. This man tried to steal a package from a porch, but ended up in a hilariously embarrassing situation.
That's done. You're done.
He grabbed the package and made a run for his car, but as he tried to reverse out of the driveway, his car got stuck in the snow.
You're done. Cops is coming. Cops is coming.
Despite his frantic attempts to drive, push, kick, and claw at the vehicle, it went nowhere, leaving him stuck and panicking. The homeowner, a dad who was home at the time, captured everything on camera, including the thief's face and the car's license plate.
Want me to get you a shovel?
For a couple of minutes, the thief struggled, spinning the wheels and sending snow flying everywhere. But the car wouldn't budge. Meanwhile, the homeowner stood there, recording the whole fiasco, ensuring there was plenty of evidence.
Quick, call the police, now!
Eventually, the thief had to accept his defeat, likely realizing that his plan had failed spectacularly.
I'm very sorry. What? You! I'm very sorry.
Number 2. A lovely surprise. Fed up with constant package thefts, a clever homeowner decided to take matters into his own hands with a little prank.
Brother, what's that?
He filled an Amazon bag with used cat litter and left it conspicuously on his porch, hoping to lure in the porch pirate who had been frequenting the neighborhood. Sure enough, it didn't take long for the thief to strike again. The unsuspecting porch pirate quickly snatched the bag and made off with what he thought was valuable loot. The footage not only provided the homeowner with a good laugh, but also served as a satisfying reminder that sometimes a little creativity is all it takes to turn the tables on those who think they can get away with stealing. Number 3. Everyone listens to Samuel L. Jackson. This man attempted to steal a package from a front porch, but things quickly took an unexpected turn when the homeowner, who looked a lot like Samuel L. Jackson, emerged with a rifle. The would-be thief froze in his tracks as the homeowner calmly but firmly instructed him to put the package back where he picked it up from. Faced with the intimidating presence of the armed homeowner, the thief had no choice but to comply, placing the package back on the porch. As this unfolded, the thief's friend, who was waiting in a getaway car, panicked and drove off, leaving the thief stranded. Realizing he was on his own, the thief took off running, desperate to escape the situation. The entire encounter, from the moment the thief picked up the package to his hasty retreat, was captured on the doorbell camera. The footage not only provided clear evidence of the attempted theft, but also showcased the homeowner's dramatic and effective method of handling the situation, ensuring his property remained safe. Number 4. Bad friends. This girl attempted to steal a package from a porch while the homeowner's mother was still at home. Caught in the act, the thief made a frantic dash to escape. She sprinted towards a waiting car, tossing the stolen package inside. But unfortunately, she didn't make the right choice of partner, as the driver sped away, leaving her stranded. The homeowner, alerted by the commotion, confronted the thief, who was now alone. A heated exchange ensued, escalating into a brief scuffle before the thief realized she was done for. The homeowner caught her, had her dog watch her, and she wasted no time and promptly called the police, providing a detailed account of the incident. The entire sequence of events, from the attempted theft to the getaway gone wrong, was captured by the home's surveillance system. This footage not only served as crucial evidence for law enforcement, but also highlighted the swift consequences faced by those who attempt to steal from others. Number 5. The sting operation. This woman casually strolls up to this house, thinking she's just going to nab this package and walk off like it's any other day. But oh boy, was she in for a surprise. The moment she grabs the package and turns to leave, she's immediately surrounded by not one, but 2 police vehicles. They were disguised as civilians. It turns out the homeowners had teamed up with the local police for a sting operation to catch porch pirates in the act. And let me tell you, this was no ordinary sting. The police had been monitoring the area closely after several reports of package thefts, and they set this trap perfectly. As soon as she grabbed the package, they swooped in from both ends of the street, cutting off any escape routes. The woman was caught so off guard that she practically dropped the package right there. Within seconds, she was handcuffed and being read her rights. It's safe to say that this was one porch pirate who definitely messed with the wrong parents and ended up paying the price. Number 6. A hefty fine. Next up is Rihanna Medina.
A local woman got a lot of unwanted attention when video of her attempting to steal packages went viral.
You know I live here.
It was all caught on a cell phone video by the homeowner, who just so happened to need those packages for his business.
Those are my stuff.
They contained parts worth $1,000.
This is my house.
My mom lives here.
So when Rihanna grabbed the boxes and started to walk away, the homeowner confronted her, leading to her dropping the packages and storming off. The Alhambra police didn't let it slide. They tracked her down, and that's how she ended up in court. In the courtroom, Rihanna was a mess of emotions. She had just stopped crying when the cameras started rolling during her arraignment.
The judge raised her bail from $25,000 to $90,000.
Partly because of a previous arrest back in 2011, where she failed to show up in court. Rihanna quietly wept as her attorney blocked the cameras from capturing her tears. She pleaded not guilty to 3 felony charges: second-degree commercial burglary, identity theft, and grand theft of personal property. Even though she didn't actually make off with the packages, the law considered her intent enough to land her in serious hot water. Number 7. A tight grip. This woman attempted to steal a package from a front porch, either completely unaware or too dumb to realize that she was doing it right in front of a doorbell camera while the homeowner was inside. The homeowner, a mom, saw the entire thing unfold on her phone and wasted no time. She rushed outside and caught the thief red-handed, demanding the package back.
Hey, my goddamn door! Give it back!
The would-be thief, realizing she had been caught, had no choice but to hand over the package. What made the situation even more intense was that the mom was much bigger and stronger than the thief. With just one hand, she managed to hold on to the thief, keeping her from escaping while she called the cops with her free hand. The thief, clearly outmatched and embarrassed, was held there until the police arrived. The doorbell camera captured everything, providing clear evidence of the attempted theft and the mom's heroic actions.
Goddamn house, do you hear me? I hear you!
Number 8. Instant karma. This man sneakily approached a porch, eyeing a package he intended to steal. Carefully, he grabbed the package, thinking he had pulled off the perfect theft. However, his getaway didn't go as smoothly as planned. As he turned to leave, he encountered an unexpected patch of ice on the stairs. Number 9. Caught in 4K. In a bizarre turn of events, a man decided to steal a package from a neighbor's porch, only to take it straight to his house across the street. Little did he know, the entire theft was captured on the homeowner's Ring camera. The footage showed him brazenly walking up, grabbing the package, and casually strolling back to his house. It was almost as if he thought no one would notice, but the camera caught every second of his ill-fated heist. The homeowner quickly reviewed the footage and saw exactly where the thief went. Without hesitation, they reported the incident to the police, who swiftly arrived and arrested the man. Thanks to the clear video evidence, he was unable to deny his actions and is now sitting in jail. This goes to show that sometimes the consequences of a crime are just a few steps away, literally. Number 10. Glitter bombs. In a genius move to fight back against porch pirates, one guy decided to take matters into his own hands with a series of ingeniously booby-trapped packages. Each box contained a contraption that, when opened, unleashed a sequence of surprises guaranteed to scare even the boldest thieves. Upon opening, the contraption would first greet with a cheery "hello," followed by Al Pacino's iconic line, "Say hello to my little friend." This was just the start of the real show, though. A glitter bomb that exploded in a shimmering cloud and fart spray that filled the air with an embarrassing odor. As if that wasn't enough, the contraption would cap it off with blaring police sirens, creating a scene straight out of a comedic action movie. Some thieves unwisely opted to take these rigged packages home, only to be surprised by the explosive glitter and noxious smells in the comfort of their own living rooms. Others, more cautious, opened the packages outside and quickly discarded them upon triggering the unexpected mayhem. The entire escapade was captured on camera, showcasing not only the thief's reactions, but also the sheer satisfaction of the homeowner who had cleverly devised these deterrents. It was a hilarious yet effective reminder that porch piracy doesn't pay, especially when faced with such inventive retaliation. Number 11. Terrified intruder. This man tried to make off with a package from a porch, but his plan quickly unraveled when the homeowner emerged with a firearm and fired a shot in his direction as he attempted to flee. The thief, utterly terrified, dropped the package on the lawn in his frantic escape. The sound of the gunshot and the immediate threat it posed was enough to shatter his resolve completely. In a state of sheer panic and desperation, the would-be thief returned to the house, hands raised in a gesture of surrender. He apologized profusely, his voice trembling with fear. Exhausted and scared out of his wits, he sat down on the porch to catch his breath, too shaken to move any further. The homeowner's decisive action had not only stopped the theft, but left a lasting impression on the terrified intruder. Number 12. The Facebook Army. In a brazen daylight theft, a man walked up to Dan Dillon's porch in Indianapolis and swiped a FedEx package right off the steps. The package contained $300 earrings, and the thief, unaware of the multiple security cameras, ripped into it and walked away, even staring directly into one of the cameras. Dan Dillon, outraged by the theft, took to Facebook to seek help. He posted the security footage prominently showing the thief's face and wrote, "Any of you Indy Southsiders know this guy? My wife wants her earrings back." His plea quickly gained traction, with almost 10,000 shares in just 24 hours. The power of social media was on full display as the video reached a vast audience, leading the police directly to the suspect, Brandon Elms, the very next day. Dan Dillon's frustration turned into relief as his army of Facebook friends helped bring the criminal to justice, proving that even in a vast digital world, a united community can make a significant difference. Number 13. Wrong place, wrong time. Ken Jensen caught a man on his Concord, California home surveillance camera taking a package from his front porch. The thief got out of a white car, ran across the porch, grabbed the package, and began his getaway. However, Ken wasn't about to let him off easily. He ran after the man, who panicked, dropped the package, and jumped back into his car. In a stroke of quick thinking, Ken noticed a woman's purse in the front seat of the car, which he grabbed before the thief sped off. This crucial piece of evidence allowed the Concord Police Department to identify the suspect as Daniel Price. Police advise against confronting thieves directly, as it can be dangerous. They recommend calling law enforcement to handle such situations safely, but Ken sure wasn't going to let these thieves get off easy. Number 14. Perfect timing. This brazen bandit was caught red-handed in broad daylight in San Jose, California. The thief calmly walked up to a house, crossed the lawn, and grabbed a package left on the porch. She then made a run for it, heading back to her accomplice waiting in a getaway car. Just as she was about to make her escape, the homeowner, Heidi Burrow, pulled up and blocked the car. Realizing she was caught, the alleged thief tossed the package out the window. Heidi quickly grabbed her camera, opened her car door, and started snapping pictures of the car's license plate. As for the contents of the stolen package, the thieves would have been in for a disappointment.
Tissue paper, and also a lovely box of packing tape.
Number 15. The chase. This porch pirate picked up a package and tried to make a quick getaway, but his plan was foiled when the homeowner arrived at that exact moment. The homeowner blocked the thief's path with his car and got out, demanding the thief step out of his vehicle. The situation quickly escalated as the thief, in a desperate attempt to escape, almost ran the homeowner over with his car. Undeterred and filled with determination, the homeowner jumped back into his car and sped after the thief. Fueled by anger and a strong sense of justice, he was committed to ensuring the porch pirate would not get away with his crime. Number 16. Bad neighbor. A man casually walked through the gate of a home, intending to steal the packages left on the porch. Unbeknownst to him, the boxes were empty and had been placed there as a trap by the vigilant homeowners. Just as he tried to make his getaway, the parents burst out of the house and caught him red-handed.
You can have everything, bro.
The dad, armed with a baseball bat, quickly cornered the thief and closed the gate to prevent any escape, while his wife called the police. The homeowners' quick thinking and teamwork ensured that justice would be served, as they held the thief in place until the authorities arrived. Number 17. Booby Trap. A fed-up driver from Tacoma, Washington, engineered an ingenious trap to deter thieves who kept stealing packages from his porch. Jeremy Barrow, frustrated by the constant theft of his expensive Jeep parts, decided to even the playing field with a clever device that fires shotgun blanks when tampered with, creating a loud and startling noise that sends thieves running. This inventive setup not only serves as a powerful deterrent, but also showcases the lengths some homeowners will go to safeguard their belongings. Number 18. Not my boss's package. This Karen confidently walked up to a porch and picked up a package, unaware that the homeowner was inside watching her every move. Just as she turned to leave, the homeowner confronted her at the door, firmly grabbing the box from her hands. Startled, she tried to play it off by claiming she was just delivering the package, but the homeowner wasn't buying it. He quickly pointed out that the package was addressed to his boss, making her story fall apart. The homeowner, determined to ensure she faced consequences, noted her license plate as she tried to make a hasty retreat. He wasted no time calling the police, providing them with all the details and evidence. Thanks to his quick thinking and vigilance, this Karen's attempt at theft was stopped in its tracks. Number 19. Crazy Karen. In a bizarre encounter caught on camera, a Karen went on a wild spree trying to steal packages from a man's porch. Claiming suspicious activity around his house, she brazenly attempted to take his mail. However, the man confronted her assertively, reclaiming the package she had picked up. Undeterred, the Karen then resorted to theatrics, feigning injury as if she had been hurt in some way. Her attempt to manipulate the situation by playing the victim fell flat as the homeowner stood his ground, capturing the entire incident on camera. Get ready to witness explosive surprises, glitter bombs, and even a Marine's booby-trapped package. An explosive package trap. Let's dive right in with this dude who probably thought he was the most stealthy and sneaky guy around. Well, as soon as he opens the package, it explodes in his face. The meticulous homeowner has apparently had enough and has created a custom trap for this dude. The irony of it is that he even seems to have established the trap using the FedEx package as a table. After preparing it, all that was left was to wait and see when some dumb porch package-hungry thief would stumble upon his house and discover that it was not the best place to steal from. Apparently, his trap works so well that he has managed to catch quite a few people by surprise, including this woman. Look up. What you see being poured into what will become a trap is milk that has sat for quite some time before it was weaponized. Even as he is pouring it, the guy who's making this porch pirate trap is having trouble not gagging himself. Then again, when your packages have been stolen constantly for a few months, your hatefulness and rage turn into a determination that we see in this guy's face. His plan is quite a simple one and something we would expect out of an old cartoon. The box, which is just bait, is connected by a thin thread, which is difficult to notice, and it is connected to the reward that the thief will get for being a crook. Now that we know the background of it, here are the satisfying results. The guy in the black hoodie is clearly scouting the place and at first just walks by, pretending nothing is happening. This gave him the opportunity to wrongly conclude that there was an unguarded package that he could just get his hands on and escape with. This is why he returns, still quite cautious not to cause any noises that would alarm the homeowners as he walks through their gate and reaches for the bait. It seems all his caution didn't help him foresee the smelly revenge that he earned himself. He gets splashed with the spoiled mink milk and runs away, probably thinking that he won't have cereal anytime soon. A package with a twist. The porch pirate that you see here doing her business is just one of those who have visited this guy's house. He has had enough and decided to do something about it. So he came up with a brilliant way to make sure that those who cause him rage get at least the same amount of discomfort as he does. The hero of the story that helped this guy is his dog, who donated his waste for the purpose of an experiment that you will see in just moments turn into quite a fair revenge. Here comes our antagonist, a fellow who firstly helped himself to other neighbors' packages and walked up to what he couldn't have known would be a package with a twist to it. What makes the revenge even better is that he doesn't immediately realize what he has picked up, and he walks over to the next house, stealing their packages as well before he leaves. We can imagine the anguish of the porch pirate once he opened the stinking bomb that this trap was. I supported Porch Pirate Trap. Now this guy went creatively about teaching porch pirates a lesson. His idea was relying on AI technology to deliver precise revenge for those who thought it okay to indulge themselves in someone else's packages. His thought process started when he realized that he needed an automated way to recognize the porch pirates. So here's where AI has found its place. Namely, he wanted to make sure that the trap didn't go off whenever he had a friendly visit, but only to get triggered when his packages were being preyed upon. Since he didn't want to wait and find out if there were glitches and if his program actually worked, he called some folks out, asking them to attempt to steal his stuff. This is what they were met with when they did so. An alarm went off, the sprinklers started going, and the mastermind felt there should be some more effort put into the punishment of thieves. So he actually added another powdery twist. Scared by the alarm, sprinkled with water and powder, package thieves have no chance of leaving this place without their pants getting wet. The old-fashioned way. Traps have definitely evolved over time and encompassed a lot of various technologies. However, this dude decided to go the old-fashioned way, and simplicity, sometimes, truly is the best. He felt that a stakeout was an appropriate trap for package thieves, and as one was sneaking his way toward the guy's home, he jumped out of his car and caught the person red-handed. How do you feel about that, kid? This is not a present for you. Oh, come on, Porch Pirates. Is there a more obvious bait than a package that looks like an actual present? Well, these people thought that it just so happens that someone left an actually well-packed present in front of someone's house unguarded and decided to take it for themselves. The first victim here picks it up and tries to leave with it just seconds before it explodes in his arm, covering him with glitter and confetti. Another group of young students joins in this guy's failure as they walk carefully toward the package. They wanted to explore it, but had no time since it bursted open and caused them to run as fast as their legs could carry them. The third time's the charm. He's a dude who's obviously a more experienced porch pirate. He checks out of the place first and actually takes the bait. He walks up to the house hoping to be stealthy, and at first he acts as if he's knocking on the door. After checking if there's anybody there, he nearly falls over a rock before he adds a finishing touch to his performance by getting an explosion in his face. Revenge Cannon. When someone has decided to put together a cannon that will shoot stinking bombs at porch pirates, you most definitely can tell that they have had some goods stolen from their lawn. The thing that you see here is powered by air pressure, and the plastic pipes are there to direct the dog poop toward the porch pirates. To make sure it's triggered properly, the homeowner even came up with this idea. Once strings connected to the box are tugged, it releases the air pressure and unleashes the proper revenge toward the porch pirate. After closing the lid, the trap is finalized and ready for use. Observe what awaits the poor soul that attempts to steal packages from this household. As soon as they open it, they will have their face full of unpleasant smells that will be launched at them. Finally, after setting the trap, the face of the lucky winner will be revealed, which will prove how effective the trap is. This must have been a sign. Admittedly, stealing election yard signs may not be the same as stealing someone's packages, but then again, it is people doing something on your private property that you hate. This is why people have also decided to use traps as a way to put a stop to these nuisances. This fellow, for example, has decided to put up enough signs to make sure that those trying to steal them will have to stick around for a while, giving him the opportunity to empty his paintball gun all over them. Here's another fella who thought it was okay to go and mess around in someone else's yard, receiving a painful lesson that getting struck by multiple paintball bullets can be. The homeowner is the trap. Some households don't even need a protective trap to be dangerous enough for porch pirates. This unfortunate thief has stumbled upon the house of a very dangerous man whose trade has made him the perfect enemy of any porch pirate. Namely, the guy who we see chasing after the package thief is actually a bounty hunter. This is something that two porch pirates couldn't have known before they picked the household. One of them ran away on foot, and the other one was in the SUV behind. But once he realized the fury of the homeowner, he decided to bail on his friend. They couldn't have known that touching this guy's package is the same as messing with John Wick's dog. Hosed away. The guy in this household has had enough of porch pirates stealing his stuff, so he decided to put up an interesting trap for these unwanted visitors. In the back of his truck, there's a mechanism that will deliver swift justice to this fellow who approaches the garage riding a bike. But as soon as he got his nose close enough, he got sprayed in the face with cold water. This refreshing surprise must have been enough for him to know that he had chosen the wrong house to mess with. An unplanned trap. Sometimes even karma and nature can be what put out a convenient trap for those who are being unfair. Who knows how many houses these two porch pirates have stolen from even today? They seem highly efficient as one is waiting in the car, and the woman runs out to grab the packages. What she didn't know was that karma had something in store for her in the form of a slippery, muddy surface that brought her quite a lot of pain. It seems her leg is twisted in a very bad way, and it will be a while before she can use it to steal people's stuff. Considering that even her partner had to walk up and carry her away from the scene, we can say that this deal has been sealed. Out with a bang. Now this dude has stumbled upon a very wrong household to steal from. As soon as he picks up the package, it explodes. Apparently, the house and the package belong to a man who's a Marine, and he must have taken his trade seriously, considering that he made a perfect weapon to stop porch pirates. He made this one lose control over his bowel movements, apparently, and the shocked thief approaches the house and gets screamed at through a microphone. The owner even uses this opportunity to let him know cops are on their way and that he has been not just trapped, but also caught on a security camera. Making another silly move, this dude removed even his mask, revealing his face and identity before trying to hop away from the scene with his shorts hanging from his ankles. My dog says hi. See the sign beside this door saying smile? Well, considering that this poor pirate has just stolen a package full of dog poo, we don't see it happening for her. Enjoy the content of my box. As anyone else would feel if their packages were opened, stolen from, and then left empty behind, this dude felt furious. So he decided to create a nasty package for porch pirates that may come to visit his household again. At first, the idea was quite simple. He would tie the fake package for the thief to steal on one end, while on the other end of the string, he would attach a bell that would let him know that this was happening. An additional nasty update came to the man's mind after a while. The bait package may be filled with something nasty that the thief can have on the go, and his dog provided just the stuff that he was looking for. Additionally, the front porch is equipped with security cameras, which later on helped catch a thief. In your face, thief! Well, hello there, brave thief. This one doesn't even mind breaking into someone's vehicle to get their goods. Well, it seems that this truck owner has had enough, considering that what we are witnessing here is just a few attempts short of the 10th time that his vehicle was broken into. The owner decided to leave behind a booby trap that will teach this dude a lesson. As soon as he sticks his head in, the booby trap explodes in his face, sending him right back to where he came from. Have fun with it. This dude has apparently already stolen packages that were placed in front of this house. He seems to have worked up some courage, considering that he just goes straight for it, entering even the garage and then running away with the goods. Well, the fly that's right there in front of the camera could have foretold that he won't find anything valuable in there except if he truly cherishes a stink bomb made from dog poo that was placed inside as a trap. Caught by a security camera. Look how unworried this porch pirate seems as she's walking across someone else's yard and taking a seat in one of their chairs. Apparently, this woman and her partner are looking for some comfortable seats that they are not willing to pay for. Instead, they took a ride and looked for the most appropriate place to simply pick them up from. As we have the chance to look at the whole development, we can conclude that they won't be getting very far, considering both of their faces were caught on a security camera. Still, look how rude they are, even trying out the chair before taking both of them and leaving. By the power of gods. This guy has been quite frequently stealing various valuable and important packages from this porch over the course of time, but then the Norse god Thor, Lord of Thunder, decided it was enough. He blasts through the door and delivers a fearsome strike with Mjolnir, teaching the porch pirate a lesson. The surprise bomb. This homeowner was probably on a solo hunt to make all the package thieves consider their career choices, because he sent not only one, but over 6 porch pirates running back to where they came from. What this guy did was amazing. He wrapped up a box and placed it on his porch, attracting all the thieves like moths to a light. But what they didn't know was that it was a fake parcel that was packed with harmless shotgun shells. The moment they picked it up, the box erupts into a surprisingly loud noise, making the thief scramble into a state of sudden panic. Getting all scared, the thieves drop the package and flee the scene. Look at them running. Some of them can't even walk back to the exit. The Polite Crook. A young woman was skimming through the stacked-up parcels to see what she could take away, but she was about to get humiliated on the porch. She picked up a big box and carried it to her car. Then, she came back for more goodies.
Hey, what are you doing?
But the homeowner caught on to her act and started scolding her.
Is this Deborah's house?
No.
Deborah?
No, it's not. Put my packages back on the porch.
The thief got all panicky, asking if it was Deborah's house to cover up her crime. She brought back the box and placed it neatly over the pile. Apologizing multiple times, the crook walks off back to her car and off the driveway. Pretty strange if you think about it.
I apologize.
Okay.
Sorry.
The Scrambled Run. A miner decided to pick up a parcel from a woman's porch, but she probably did not think the whole thing through. The woman was alerted of the chaos and ran outside, shouting at the package thief. The young girl need not be told twice. She dropped the parcel right on the ground. She was not about to wait for the woman to catch up to her, so she took off.
You don't steal things off people's porches. We did not do that. I just watched you do it.
The stinky surprise. A man had just moved into the neighborhood and his packages were being stolen. He put up just the surprise to greet his new guest. The robber was seen, sweeping the porches clean of many houses, one after another, casually walking away with his head down. But one of the parcels he picked had dog feces inside. The homeowner found the box a few miles down, thrown away at the side of the road. I would pay to see his reaction.
I don't give a hoot.
The cops will take it from here. A young woman had sneakily walked up on the driveway and grabbed an Amazon package from the porch. The homeowner's wife was alerted on her phone, and she told her husband about the whole situation. He lunged at his keys, darted out of the door, and into his car. Not even 500 yards from the house, he saw the woman with a guy casually walking along at night. Instead of approaching directly, he called the cops on them. That will get them in line. Slippery slope. This thief thinks he has got the perfect snatch and grab plan. He casually strolls up to the porch, grabs the package, and takes off running, but whoops! His feet have other plans. He slips and goes tumbling to the ground, face-planting in the process. But this determined thief isn't one to give up easily. He scrambles to his feet, dusts himself off, and makes off with the package. Siren sounds. Check out this sneaky thief trying to get his hands on those packages behind the door. He is so confident that he even sets down his bag and other stuff, thinking he has got an easy score. He tries to hop up and grab the packages, but oh no, the siren sounds and he is caught off guard. He quickly retreats, grabs his stuff, and makes a hasty exit. Guess that package wasn't worth the risk after all. Thief gets busted. This sneaky fellow thinks he has got the perfect plan. He scopes out the door, checks if anyone is watching, and then sets his sights on the packages. He grabs one, tries to examine it, and looks around nervously to make sure no one is watching. Thinking he has got the coast clear, he starts to make his move. But wait, a voice from inside calls out, "Can I help you? Whoops, busted!" Brazen Karen. This guy has got his eyes on a package, standing on the porch, thinking he has got an easy grab. But little does he know, he has got an audience. A lady's voice calls out from inside, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Hey. Hello.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Trying to play it cool, he attempts to sweet-talk his way out of it,
Hey, put that back.
but she is not having it. She firmly tells him, "Put that back." And with a sheepish grin, He reluctantly returns the package to its rightful spot on the porch and walks away. Heights of thievery. Check out these two porch pirates scoping out their target, a package left all alone on the porch. They think they've got the perfect score.
Hey, get away!
But their thieving dreams are shattered when the owner's voice booms from behind. Panic sets in, and these two thieves take off in opposite directions.
Just at my front door. Rings up. I rip it open my mouth.
One dashes to the left, the other to the right. Owner outsmarts thief. This thief thinks he's the coolest cat, strolling up to the porch, snatching the package, and sauntering away. But his smooth moves are quickly disrupted when the owner bursts out of the door. The owner swiftly retrieves the package from his hands, and this thief, thinking on his feet, tries to spin a wild tale. A white guy was trying to take your box. Dirty Diaper's surprise. Meet the neighborhood package pilferer, striking again. This woman has made a habit of swiping parcels from porches, and she is back for more. But little does she know, the owner has had enough of her thieving ways. In a clever move, the owner booby traps the next package with some smelly surprises. Dirty diapers. And right on cue, the thief returns for her next fix, snatching the package without a second thought. But as soon as she's going to open it, she will be in for a stinky shock. Delivery disguise. With a food package in hand, acting like she's just there to deliver it. This porch pirate in her tacky boots heads to the front door where an Amazon package is sitting. She drops her fake package and grabs the loot, but the sharp-eyed homeowner sees everything and bolts out of the house. Barefoot and in loose pajamas, she's not letting this thief get away with her stuff. She races across the snowy lawn and reaches the crook's car before they can even close the door. Snatching back her package, she gives the car a good smack and strolls back to her house, one hand still clutching her loose pajamas. Turns out, this crook ditched her half-eaten burger for a failed heist on a package containing just an iPad case and some other things worth under $50. Number 2, dramatic entry. This woman in a white shirt looks like she's just out for a stroll in the neighborhood, but nope. She's scouting to make sure no one's around before sneaking up to a porch. She grabs a package and her getaway car pulls up. They look like pros. After tossing the package into the car, she hops in, thinking they have nailed it. But suddenly, an SUV zooms in, honking like crazy. It's the homeowner who spotted the robbery from down the street and floored it to catch the porch pirates. They ditch the package and speed off, but not before the homeowner snaps a crystal-clear picture of their license plate to hand over to the cops. It all happened in a matter of seconds. If the homeowner had been just 2 seconds later, these porch pirates would have made a clean getaway. Number 3. Looney Tunes Chase. With an empty shopping bag in hand, this crook isn't planning a trip to the mall. He's shopping on porches. He strolls up to the front door, eyes his prize lying there, and makes sure no one's watching. He grabs the package and struts off, but that's not the end of the story. Hunter Gifford, a teenager from the neighborhood, notices this guy doesn't belong and starts chasing him, with his friend joining the pursuit in his trusty car. For a good few minutes, it's a cat-and-mouse game, with Hunter and the vehicle closing in on the porch pirate until they catch him and hand him over to the police. Number 4. A push. With multiple packages on the porch, this guy thought he had hit the jackpot. He stuffs one in his backpack and grabs another, but the homeowner is watching it all unfold on the doorbell camera and quickly alerts the police. Not far away, the cops spot him and the foot chase is on. Before the thief can shake them off, a quick-thinking public works employee sees the pursuit, jumps in, and halts the escape by pushing the fleeing pirate to the ground. He's swiftly handcuffed. One thing this video nails is the speed. From the homeowner's quick call and the bystander's perfect timing, everything was spot on. Number 5, convenient cop. This guy isn't after packages, he's eyeing something else. The newspaper on the porch. He dashes to the front door, grabs it, and just as he turns around, bam! The blue and red lights flash at the corner of the street. It's like a sting operation with the cop conveniently parked there. The guy sneakily drops the newspaper and tries to stroll away, all casual, like, "Nothing to see here, officer." For a moment, he might have thought his act worked as he walked past the cop car, but the officer quickly called him back for a little chat. Well, no crosswords for him today. Number 6, not so slick. Up next, we have a guy who is aware of doorbell cameras, trying to outsmart them with his perfect moves. Well, that's what he thought. Just have a look at him sticking to the walls and ducking, making a fool of himself. Did he think the camera's range was only 5 square centimeters? This wannabe Mission Impossible thief will be shocked to see that, despite his top-notch efforts, he didn't evade the camera, not even for a second. Number 7, walk of shame. 2 young men are hanging around a house, but they are not just chilling, they are on the lookout for packages being delivered. When the opportunity strikes, they each grab a big box and run. But who are these guys? Turns out, they are 5 high school best friends who were just playing video games when one mum saw the Porch Pirates and told the boys. Without hesitation, they sprinted out to catch them. They made the crooks return the packages, and the walk of shame, with 5 heroic teens right behind them, was all caught on another house's doorbell cam. Number 8, Super Nanny. After grabbing the package and making a run for the car, this woman gets a surprise. The nanny bursts out of the house, yelling at them. The driver speeds off with the stolen package, leaving behind the accomplice who did the dirty work. Instant karma, but it doesn't end there. The super nanny grabs the woman, making sure she doesn't escape, and even yells at a bystander to call the cops. She drags the woman back to the front of the house, where she tries to make another run for it, but the only place the nanny's letting her go is into the back of a cop car. The cops show up after a few minutes, and guess what? This crook has been arrested more than 20 times before. Now that's a nanny you'd feel great about watching your kids, right? Number 9, scary confrontation. Getting caught by homeowners when stealing packages is one thing, but what this guy is about to face will make him rethink ever stealing again. Before he can reach his getaway car after snagging a package, the homeowner steps out with a freaking AR-15 in hand. The thief wisely decides to stop because outrunning bullets, especially in that snow, won't end well. Thieves have no honor, so the getaway driver peels off, leaving his buddy to return the package and bolt. And did you notice? This wasn't some rookie with a firearm, but a properly trained older guy. He made his point, saved his stuff, and didn't even have to point the gun at anyone. Number 10, sting operation. This woman sees a package on a porch and thinks, why not just take it? But little does she know, it's a bait package in a sting operation by the Edmonton police in Canada, aimed at catching folks like her who can't resist other people's stuff. Walking away as she reaches midway on the road, a truck pulls up right in front of her. Confused, she stands there for a second before realizing she's caught red-handed and follows the order to get on the ground. With Porch Pirates still on the loose, maybe we need more sting operations like this. Number 11, wrong neighborhood. Taking packages from houses and being on your merry way might be every Porch Pirate's dream, but not in Hector's neighborhood. He stops the guy and makes him put back the packages while also calling the cops. The thief begs Hector, who's also recording the whole thing, not to involve the police. After placing the packages down, Hector tells the guy to stay put. When the guy tries to leave, Hector hands his phone to another neighbor, and now we get to see him in action. What an absolute unit. He's out there shirtless in the cold, barefoot in the snow. When someone who doesn't feel the cold and has a firm dad voice tells you something, you must comply. For this neighborhood, Hector's a blessing, but for thieves like this guy now sitting on the porch, it's the wrong place to mess around. Number 12. Cutest porch pirate. Porch pirates come in all shapes and sizes, but a young kid driving on your lawn doesn't seem like a threat, right? Think again. This kid's got skills. He makes a loop, pulls up in front of the porch, checks out the package, then hops out of his mini truck. The package seems heavy, but after a few tries, he manages to lift it and place it perfectly in the back of his truck. Then he drives off. But wait, he's back. Turns out, a scolding from Mom set him straight, and he's returning the package. Kudos to Mom for teaching him the right thing. But also, this is one clip they will cherish for the rest of their lives. Number 13. Across the street. This guy underestimated the wide angle of the doorbell camera. He casually approaches the porch, grabs the package, and heads back the same way he came. But he kind of forgets that his place is just across the street, perfectly because of the camera. A few seconds later, he appears in the frame again, across the street, heading home. Well, catching this one and retrieving the package won't be a problem. Number 14. UPS employee. Just as this porch pirate tries to snag the package, a knock from inside startles him. He stammers out some very convincing explanation about what he's doing with the package. Nice try, buddy.
I'm with UPS. I was gonna go to your neighbors. We go around every place and make sure that it's you.
With that tense body language, stuttering and swearing to God, nobody's buying it. Forget the company vest or ID card. Apparently, I swear to God is the new proof of employment. Number 15. UNO reverse. We have got a porch pirate whose getaway run is hilarious enough to make the list. But there's more! As he's sprinting back to the car, the homeowner tries to catch him. He drops the package, hoping to get the owner off his back, but this guy isn't giving up that easily. He dives halfway into the car through the passenger window and snatches a purse. They stopped for a package and ended up losing a purse. Number 16. Good Samaritan. This lady turns the corner just as a porch pirate is walking back to his bike with stolen goods. Sensing something fishy, she pulls up and tells the guy to return the package or she's calling the police. He tries to claim the homeowner gave it to him.
Is that yours to be packaged away? I think I'm calling the police. Yeah, I'm gonna call the police and make a double check.
But when he realizes she's serious, he puts the package back. This is how communities should look out for each other. Number 17. Delivery driver. In this clip, we can't see the porch pirate stealing the packages, but guess who did? The Amazon delivery guy just dropped it off, and he's not a fan of thieves. He chases one of them who ditches his skateboard and hops into a backyard where he gets trapped. The Amazon driver catches up and confronts him, asking where the woman he was with went and demanding the package back. The guy says the girl took it, so the driver insists he come and explain that to the homeowner. After all, it's his job to deliver packages, and missing ones aren't appreciated. The homeowner shows up, and with the threat of police, the thief spills his accomplice's address. Now that's one dedicated delivery guy who deserves a raise. Number 18. Heavy package. Annoyed by porch pirates, this homeowner sets out a bait package, waiting for the crooks to show up. When a woman grabs it, she thinks it's valuable because it's heavy. But as she tries to escape, the homeowner starts chasing her, and what falls out of the package? A brick. It's a clever way to slow them down if you plan to give chase, but let's just say our guy wasn't exactly fast enough. Or maybe he just wanted to give her a good scare. Number 20. Bounty hunter. An SUV pulled up in front of this guy's house, and he was suspicious already. So he confronted the porch pirate with a gun in hand. Turns out, this homeowner has 17 years of experience as a bounty hunter, stealing from someone who puts people in jail for a living? Talk about picking the wrong house. Number 21. Schooled. This crook sneaks up the porch, covers the package with a plastic bag while looking around, clearly not his first rodeo, and then walks off. But hold up, did you think he got away? Nope. Just from the way he left, he appears again with a big guy grabbing him by the neck and guiding him back to the scene of the crime to drop off the neighbor's stuff. The big guy doesn't let him off easy. He gives him a piece of his mind with a few blows to teach him a lesson. I love how he didn't just take the package back, but made the thief return it and schooled him on why stealing is a no-go. Number 22, Sirens. Pulling up the driveway on his BMX, this guy thought he could snag the package with no problem. But just as he prepares to set them on his bike, the alarm system blares, spooking him into a frantic getaway. He might still be free to continue his thefts, but one thing's for sure, this house with the loud sirens isn't one he will be visiting again anytime soon. Bait truck. We have all heard that the best way to teach someone a lesson is by exposing their actions to the world, but this guy took this quote to its literal meaning and made this regret ever thinking of stealing. A bait truck was set up to catch street robbers and thieves. When this thief saw the car, he didn't even think of suspecting why a car of goods was left open in the middle of the street and hopped inside the car to steal some goods. He must have thought he had struck gold, but when the door of the car got locked behind him, he knew he messed up. The suspect then revealed that the truck was no ordinary. It was like a jail cell that drove down the streets, displaying the shameless act of this thief. Women's Graceful in Booby Trap. One house owner who had enough of these people ripping off his signs set up a traditional wire trap. As a result, a thief dashes in to grab the posters and flee. However, she gets tangled in the rope and falls on her face. Exploding bait. It's a heart-pounding game of cat and mouse as these unsuspecting thieves think they've hit the jackpot, only to realize they've met their match. These stolen packages send the suspects from shock and awe to sheer panic. This suspect walks up to the front door of this homeowner who has set up a bait trap package and takes the package. Still, as the package thief tries to escape with the package, the homeowner activates the booby trap inside the box, making the package explode in this thief's hand. Bait bike. After getting many complaints and constant bike thefts, this group of brave Samaritans devised a great plan to punish these bike thieves. They attached the bicycle to a pillar with the help of a rope and waited nearby for the bike thief to appear. As expected, the bike thief arrived at the location and did exactly what they wanted him to. When he saw the clear coast, he took his chance and tried to drive off with the bike without knowing his actions were being recorded. According to the plan, the bike owner runs after the bike thief, and seeing the owner approaching, the suspect increases his speed and tries running away. But the rope pulls him back, and he falls flat on his face, falling into the teenager's trap. To face the constant harassment by these teenagers who started doing this TikTok knocking trend on this house owner's home, the man came up with a final solution to end this stupid prank. The showdown occurred when the suspect knocked on the door again after being warned several times. When this guy turned back from the door, his legs got caught right into the wire trap and he fell from it. The owner also waited for the right moment and jumped on the teenager to capture him, as the culprit fell right into this trap. The harassment knocking prank came to an end, with this culprit getting arrested. Electric shock for suspect. This homeowner uses a shocking method to scare off the thief vandalizing his property. Using GPS for the good, the rise in package theft these days is getting on people's nerves. So, one clever homeowner came up with a smart plan to teach these bold thieves a lesson by tracking the packages with GPS. They made some fake bait packages to catch the thieves in the act. When one of these bait packages was stolen, the team tracked it down to the suspect's house. The thief wasn't there, but they managed to recover the package from the suspect's home. Dog's contribution. The homeowner devised a fantastic method using their dog's face to make a trap package for the guy who has been stealing their things for a while. The suspect, as usual, walks up the door, steals the fake package, and runs off with it, thinking they made another remarkable heist. The poor guy does not know that it's nothing but an empty box. Car suspects scared off. A hidden booby trap set up by a car owner saved him from an attempted burglary. The video caught a thief and his crime buddy pulling up to the car, ready to rob it. One of them broke the window and was about to mess with the car's systems when the booby trap inside went off. It made a loud bang and flashed a bright light, like a mini explosion. This scare tactic was enough to freak out the clueless robber who didn't even think to check for security cameras. It was like a scene from a comedy show. The robber jumped out of the car and bolted away. Homeowner tackling porch pirate. Catching a thief red-handed is something any homeowner would love to do, and this homeowner was lucky to have had his lucky day after the suspect fell straight into his trap. So this suspect walked up to the house to steal their package with all the confidence in the world. However, it was not his lucky day, and this thief was quickly caught in the act. It turned out that the suspect was about to leave with the stolen package when the homeowner, who was hiding inside his tinted car, ran behind him and tackled the suspect. Bricks heist on a bike. The amount of dumbness this man would have is astonishing. The surveillance video captured the clever attempt of the homeowners to save their packages from serial thefts by making a bait package filled with bricks. Watch as the suspect is having a hard time trying to pick up the packages on his bike. He finally grabs the package and drives off. As soon as he's gone, the homeowner steps outside to check the results of their clever trick. Just wait until you get home, buddy. Suspects scared from shotgun blast. Try this method next time when someone tries breaking into your house to prevent a possible robbery. Two burglars entered the home of a clever homeowner who was alerted to their break-in attempt through his security system. Instead of calling the police and waiting for their arrival, the homeowner used a rather unconventional method. While the burglars were rummaging through the house, he activated the microphone on his security system and played an audio recording of a shotgun blast to scare them away. Man activating booby trap alarm. The guy walks up to the front porch and picks up the package, but it's too late for him to realize that he has been trapped. When he tries walking off with it, the blaring alarm turns off, and the man quickly lets go of the package and vanishes into thin air. Revenge is sweet. Revenge is sweet, but making a fool of a thief is even sweeter. This homeowner was constantly getting his packages stolen and knew he had to teach these suspects a valuable lesson, so he decided to make a fool out of this robber. The homeowner set a fake bait package outside his front door and waited for the fun to start. As expected, a package thief showed up at his front door and took the bait package. Meanwhile, his getaway driver made a fantastic turn, and they escaped the scene. Just think how these guys felt when they opened the fake package and realized they had been played with. AI package protection. Using AI to protect your packages is something all of us can imagine, but this homeowner made it possible by setting up an AI package protection system and setting up his booby trap. This porch pirate sees the package and gets close to getting her hands on it, but the system face recognizes her as a stranger, and the alarm system goes off. The thief is startled by the sudden noises and tries to run away, only to get another surprise booby trap which sprinkles water on her. Knowing she messed up, the woman left the package behind and ran away. Porch vandals getting a taste. After ripping it from the ground, the suspect entered his yard and tried running off with his Donald Trump sign. But he couldn't even take a step further after the sign got pulled away from his hand because the owner had it chained to the ground and attached to a trap. The suspect was fretting to his core when the trap was triggered and ran away quickly. The homeowner eventually had the last laugh, while the thief ran like crazy. Playing the victim card. Karen porch pirates are incredibly frustrating to deal with because instead of feeling ashamed of their actions, they pretend to be the victims. Take, for example, Karen, who stopped by a homeowner's house in her expensive car.
In Washington state, some homeowners are fighting back.
It makes me wonder how she could afford such a vehicle if she's busy stealing petty packages all around town. When she tried to steal the package, the homeowner, alerted by the trap they had set for package thieves, opened the front door to confront her. But guess what? This Karen acted as though she was the victim and ran away, screaming for help, while the homeowner stood at the door, watching her flail her arms and run away. Got you? Now, here is a very frustrated homeowner who decided to put a stop to his packages being stolen.
Oh, yo.
As soon as he realized a package thief was trying to fit the homeowner's package in his bag, this guy picked up a bat and reenacted a scene from Inglourious Bastards.
Yo, I live right there, bro.
Get on your knees. Get on your knees right now.
He walked out and told him the business, threatening this thief with a bat. He even pushes the fence door closed with his leg and puts him on his knees so that he can't get away. This thief didn't take the guy seriously enough and tried to escape, only to be pulled back and subdued by the fearsome homeowner. He is also supported by his neighbors who realize what is happening and run to aid the man until the cops come, which, as we can see, is very soon after. Waiting for the delivery truck.
Family on Hamilton's East Mountain caught a porch pirate on camera.
Now, this porch pirate is playing a different game altogether. Instead of going through the neighborhoods and looking for any recently delivered packages, he took a different approach. He drives behind a FedEx truck and hides when he notices that a delivery is about to happen. Then, once the delivery guy is far enough, he walks up to these homes and steals the freshly delivered packages. A close one. This security camera has caught a porch pirate who has nearly broken his spine, trying to quickly get away with what he managed to steal. Let's hope that's a warning not to get back to this house. Stopped in his tracks. Not all porch pirates have to be adults.
Camera recording.
This young fella was surprised as his movement automatically started the security feature that includes the recording we're seeing, and a signal that lets the tiny wannabe porch pirate know he is being filmed. Stunned, he was seeking a way out of this pinch. So he talked directly to a camera, saying he was just joking, and stood there hilariously knocking on the people's door.
Hello, hi. Are y'all home?
Probably hoping to at least get a chance to say I'm sorry before he has earned himself the title of a busted package thief.
Oh, man? Okay. Bye.
Politely saying goodbye, the kid then leaves, hopefully smarter than he was when he was getting here. Batman, is that you? Look at this suspicious-looking car driving up to the porch. The lack of license plates and the tinted windows give us the idea that it isn't these folks' first rodeo. Then again, what is the purpose of hiding the driver so well when the other one has to walk up to the porch and reveal her face to the camera like this? Considering her very specific hairstyle, we doubt that she will keep at it for too long without getting caught. Thief and proud. This thief is walking almost as if he is proud of himself. He doesn't even put out his cigarette while doing what he does, which is stealing from people's houses. He may feel less confident once he finds out the security camera captured him quite well, caught by a security camera. This may seem like just another night in a very calm neighborhood, were it not for the suspicious-looking dude with a hoodie walking between houses. It seems he has used this casual stroll as a way to check if people are home and whether he will get caught. Once he has made sure nobody's there, he runs up, picks up the package that he has seen, and runs away with them. His approach worked perfectly for him since, unfortunately, even as he left, there seemed to be no reaction from owners, four-legged porch pirates. When your camera is letting you know there's a porch pirate and an intruder at your doorstep, you may expect creatures that are more subtle and have fewer legs than these two.
Intruder alert! Intruder alert!
One of them steps towards the door, probably trying to sniff out the package the owners have received. The alert goes off, and the animal seems smart enough to back away. The other one takes a second before it realizes what's up. A crazy Karen. Want to see a porch pirate Karen who has created such a deep illusion that even when caught red-handed, she can't let go of it? Well, watch as she tries to steal a package and gets caught by this homeowner.
What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Picking up my boss's stuff.
Who's your boss?
This is 6019. You look to say William Street, right?
She then quickly decided not to confront reality, but to keep up living in the lie that she was inventing right there on the spot.
Get out of here.
She tells the homeowner that she's getting it for her boss, and the man walking towards her is clearly trying his best not to get into a shouting contest. Number 25. Chili thief. Not all porch pirates are after Amazon packages. Some are interested in what's growing on your plants. This elderly woman is caught red-handed plucking chilies from the porch. When the homeowner confronts her, she doesn't exactly sprint away. She just tries to walk off with her stash. The homeowner retrieves the bag, but she comes back a few days later and manages to get away with the chilies this time. And it doesn't stop there. She returns. Probably loving those chilies this time, she decides to explore more of the front yard before getting told by the doorbell speaker to leave. The end? No! She returns for the fourth time, but this time finally asks nicely before picking. Persistence pays off.
Hello.
Can I have some of this?
Hey, guy. Yeah, sure. How many do you want?
I don't know. Many,
Don't take too many.
No.
Is that enough?
Number 26. Too slow. Ever wonder how we would chase thieves if humans never learned to run? Well, let's not leave that to imagination, because I have a visual example for you. After taking packages, this person casually walks away, with the homeowner trailing behind, asking them to drop the stuff. The thief eventually tosses the goods, continues walking, and gets into a car to leave. Not the fastest chase, but hey, it worked. Number 27. Facebook search. This guy parks his red car with the door wide open, strolls up to the porch, and checks out a FedEx package. He doesn't run away with it. Instead, he rummages around, also making sure to give the camera a clear view of his face. He finds a box of earrings and leaves with it. Soon, he's a local internet sensation, with the homeowner's video going viral on Facebook. Thousands of shares later, the community helps identify him, leading to his arrest. Not exactly the way to go viral, but it's great to see the internet used for some good. Number 28. Not your mail. This woman casually approaches the porch and spots mail sticking out of the mailbox. She goes up to check it out, but instead of just peeking, she pulls it out and opens it right there, acting like it's hers. But the homeowner, watching on the doorbell camera, bursts out. After opening someone else's mail, she claims she did nothing wrong. Really? The homeowner checks that nothing's missing and then gives her a firm shove off the property. Number 29. Smart teens. These teenagers spot something interesting at the front door of an apartment and come up with a brilliant plan to steal it without getting caught on the camera across the hall. One of them stands in front of the camera while the other grabs the package. Maybe their parents should be more concerned about their kids' IQ than their stealing habits. Number 30. Explosions. This homeowner decided to traumatize porch pirates by setting up a package with explosives. When they try to grab it, boom! Those explosions will live rent-free in their heads whenever they see a package on a porch. Number 31. Genius! And let's wrap up our porch pirates getting caught journey with this guy who came up with a unique way to steal packages. I can't decide if it's genius or just plain dumb. Sure, he avoids being identified by cameras, but if someone tries to catch him, speed isn't on his side. Number 33. Teaching the baby. Porch pirates are the worst, but bringing your baby along as an accomplice? That's a new low. Before this guy can get away with the stolen package, a neighbor across the street yells at him to drop it, which he does.
I am putting it back. It was just somebody else's.
Plus, driving without the baby strapped into a car seat, this guy has no respect for his kid. Number 34, bold theft. This porch pirate dared to come back to the same house after stealing packages from there 2 days earlier. When the homeowner steps outside, the thief acts like she's just there to check on a delivery, doing nothing illegal.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I want my packages from the other day.
From me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can drop off packages.
No.
Yeah.
The owner mentions she has her on camera, but the woman pretends not to care. When confronted about stealing packages, she claims it was just delivered to the wrong address.
Do you want me to call the police?
No.
I'm happy to call the police. I want my packages back. Why are you up here taking these packages?
I'm not taking it. I have to switch it because that's my job.
And when the homeowner called her a thief and gave her an "I know your lies" smile, she got offended. The nerve. She should be grateful the homeowner was nice about it. Number 35. Furry pirate. Imagine finding one of your packages missing and discovering that the thief is someone you can't press charges against. This package had dog treats, so naturally, a bear decided to take it. This video shows that aside from appearances, animals and porch pirates have a lot in common. They both love taking things that catch their interest without paying for them. Number 36. Chase. A neighborhood got hit by a rash of porch pirate attacks, so one resident decided to take matters into his own hands by staying out on the lookout. And soon, he spotted a thief, started chasing him, and the thief dropped the package and ran. Number 37, lady next door. Well, not all neighbors are that helpful. Sometimes they are the ones causing trouble, like this woman who stole a package from her neighbor, shocking the homeowner. She did return it after the homeowner yelled at her through the doorbell speaker to bring the package back.
Hello? Put that back, please.
Number 39. Couple save. This porch pirate was happily on his way, but the quick-thinking homeowner stepped out to confront him while he kept walking.
Hey! Those aren't your packages!
Not so fast. The husband also joined in, chasing down the thief to get their paintball fight. Who knew you could defend your home with a paintball gun? A bunch of thieves kept coming down to a house, stealing the election signs. The homeowner came up with the best way to scare them off. When the porch pirates came, they started meddling with his property, but the homeowner was prepared this time around. He unloaded the paintballs on the robbers who had no idea what was hitting them. They can be seen scrambling away in panic, using the signs as a shield to protect themselves. They were gone, but the homeowner's defensive strategy probably didn't reach the other thieves. Another one came for a quick steal, but ended up getting bamboozled by the paintballs. He fell so many times that even his luck wasn't by his side. The homeowner didn't stop, though, and kept firing paintballs while yelling verbal cusses. Eventually, he fled, taking nothing but embarrassment away with him. The drama of the pleading man. This package thief thought he had everything he needed to grab his steal for the day, but he didn't count the gutsy homeowner in his plan. He drops his bags on the ground and makes his way to the door. Take a look at what he does next. You'd be surprised. Yes, he barges inside the house as if he lives here. The homeowner was startled and chased after him. A few seconds later, he closed the door on the homeowner as if that would stop the guy from bringing him down. But he still did. He brought the thief to his knees. The man was pleading for his life as the homeowner demanded him to leave. You can see that his pleas were all fake, though. He took his time before leaving, giving a ruthless stare to the homeowner for foiling his plan. The Royal Rumble. A robber was being pretty careful while attempting to grab the parcel from the porch. Well, let's just say he should have come more prepared for what was about to happen next. He leapt at the parcel and shook it to see if it was fake. The very next moment, the homeowner jumped out of the front door and chased after the pesky thief. He hopped on him, bringing him down, and rolling them both on the snowy slope. He saw the opportunity and fled the scene. The thief had brought the brains but not the brawn. The dog chase. This man casually goes up to the neatly stacked packages, excited about bringing them home, but the only thing he was bringing back was trauma in his pocket. As soon as he bent down to grab the parcels, a dog leapt out from behind and gave him a run for his money. The canine didn't stop there and started chasing him down. The doggo probably won't rest until he has caught the culprit, taking trash out.
And package thieves are quickly learning they picked the wrong home to target.
This man was so tired of package thieves clearing away his porch that he thought he'd let them do his chores. The man had recorded over a dozen people dropping by his house to steal from him. He was fed up. He filled up many small boxes with trash, oil, and even his dog's feces and placed them on his porch. When the thieves come down to snatch a few goodies, the air horn goes off, sending the crooks running in the opposite direction. No matter how sneakily they try to pick up the boxes, the loud alarm gets them running within seconds. But even if the crooks do take away the package, they are only doing the homeowner a favor. Good luck throwing the trash out. The neighbor to the rescue. This young boy is about to go on a pretty embarrassing ride. He rang the doorbell to see if anyone was home. Seeing that the coast was clear, he picked up the parcel and tried to walk away. But the neighbor spotted him. He started yelling at the kid who dumbly showed him the box as if that was going to prove his stance. The boy was putting the box down when the homeowner got up. He started yelling at him too. To make it worse, the neighbor joined in too. Boy, he was having a tough day. He was dragged out by the neighbor while the sleepy homeowner looked at him in disbelief. Taking it all back, imagine going to steal boxes and you find the homeowner down at the door waiting for you. A robber got all excited when he saw a bunch of boxes stacked up nicely on this porch, but he has no clue that he was being watched. He takes his sweet time to grab a few boxes, taking them back to his car. Then he comes back again. Would you look at his audacity? But this time around, the homeowner was already making his way down the stairs. When the crook comes again for the big box, he is met with the homeowner instead. He tried to trick him, but then was spotted jogging away from the big man. You can see me? This porch pirate was feeling really happy, spotting this unattended package. But as soon as she walked close, she spotted the camera. You can see the joy drain right out of her face, followed by the awkward way she tries to play it cool. It is cringe on another level, the big box fiasco. A man walks on the front door, hoists the big box on his shoulder, and casually jogs away. The homeowner on the other side was watching the whole fiasco. She bolted out of the door and after the man who had robbed her in daylight. She asked him what he was doing, and his reply was as dumb as this attempt. He said that he needed a box. Okay. The woman didn't buy into his lies either and took him along to take back what was hers. The man dragged the big box back to the porch and dropped it off. She was simply window shopping. A few minutes after the rider dropped off the packages, this sneaky woman was ready to grab it all from the man's porch. She jogged all the way up to the porch and was skimming through the boxes. Suddenly, the door propped open and her heartbeat froze for a second. The man shouted at her.
What are you doing? Who are you? No, you're not. You're trying to steal.
She gave a pathetic excuse about how she thought it was her aunt's house. Still wouldn't be legal, Karen. Surprised by the blaring alarm. This old man parked up the car in the driveway and proceeded to get towards the door. The old man was inches away from the box when a loud alarm echoed into the air, sending him into a state of panic. The man was so startled that he almost got hit into the railing. He ran back to his car, pulled out of the driveway, and drove off like a madman. Caught in the act. This man with a mask on knocked on the door and waited to see if anyone was home. When the knocks went unanswered, he started filling up his bag. The homeowner was just waiting for the right time to bounce at him. She asked him to drop the boxes down. The voice startled him, but he simply stated that he was a delivery man.
Mommy's right here, she's talking to me.
Somebody give this knucklehead an Oscar. The sneaky crook tried to fool the woman by dropping a few boxes on the porch and hiding the rest in his bag. Luckily, a neighbor saw him and stripped him of all the parcels. He walked off unhappy. Yes, you should work on your acting. Camera is watching. This porch pirate walked up and stole the packages successfully. However, he noticed too late that a camera was watching him. In his infinite wisdom, the porch thief decided that the camera could not see him as he slid the boxes back to the porch. Unfortunately, though, his face was showing during the whole fiasco. Thief takes a tumble. This thief thinks he has got away with the loot, hopping on his bike and making a quick escape, but the universe has other plans. As he is making his getaway, he loses his balance, stumbles, and face plants onto the road with his bike falling on top of him. Talk about a crash landing. The package goes flying, and this thief's dignity takes a hit. I guess you could say he got delivered a dose of justice. Whoops indeed. Furry guardians. Meet the package thief who didn't count on a furry surveillance team. As he approaches the porch, the dogs are hot on his tail, barking loudly and refusing to back down. This thief tries to outsmart them by jumping and hopping across rooftops, but these canine guardians are relentless. They chase him down, and he tries to shoo them away, but they're not having it. With the dogs closing in, he makes a daring leap onto another rooftop and makes his escape. Talk about a wild getaway. Guess he won't be stealing any packages from this dog-patrolled neighborhood anytime soon. Close call. Whoa, the package thief meets her match. This woman has been pilfering parcels from the owner's yard, but she is caught off guard when he emerges from his house with a gun in hand. She is terrified, and her eyes widen in fear as she takes off in a sprint. The owner, seemingly not wanting to escalate the situation, gives her a chance to flee, and she takes full advantage of it. Brazen bandit busted. Check out this brazen thief's tactics. He rings the doorbell, pretending to be a visitor, and waits to see if anyone answers. He even says hello a few times, trying to seem nonchalant while checking if the coast is clear. Satisfied that no one is home, he forces his way inside and later comes out of the house with a bag having quite some valuables inside it. But as he is making his getaway, he is caught red-handed by two vigilant neighbors.
Hello? Hello?
They chase after him, and it looks like he is in for a world of trouble. You can bet he is about to face some serious consequences for his actions. Burglars caught in the act. Check out these two would-be burglars getting foiled most unexpectedly. They're trying to break into an outhouse using a rod to pry open the door. But just as they manage to get it open, the siren blasts off, catching them completely off guard. Startled, they quickly abandon their plans and make a hasty retreat to their car. All eyes on you. He strolls up to the porch, snatches some goodies, and tries to nonchalantly walk back to his car. But just as he thinks he has gotten away with it, a voice from behind commands him to, "Put that down, sir."
Put that down, sir. I see you.
Caught red-handed, he tries to play it cool and casually puts the item back, but it's too late. The alarm sounds, and he knows he has been busted. He quickly gets in his car and drives away, leaving behind his would-be loot. Searching inside the car. Whoa, these would-be car thieves got caught in the act. They sneak up to the car, open the door, and start rummaging through the contents, looking for valuables. But just as they think they are getting away with it, the owner bursts onto the scene, demanding to know what they are doing. Caught off guard, the thieves panic and make a run for it. Thieves' heaven. Check out this hilarious case of mistaken intentions. The owner has got a porch full of unguarded stuff, and this guy thinks he has found an easy target. He scopes out the place But when he sees two people approaching, he tries to play it cool by pretending to be struggling with a door. Little does he know, these two are thieves too. They start searching for valuables, and the first guy joins in, dropping his charade. One of the guts took some stuff and walked away meanwhile. Just as these two think they have got an easy score, a voice from inside shouts, "Hey, get out of here!" and they both take off running. Talk about a comedy of errors, hugging the ground. This thief thinks he has got away with the goods, snatching the package from the porch and making a run for it. But in his haste, he forgets to watch his step and takes a tumble, falling hard to the ground. Opportunity knocks. In this video, this thief is strolling along, eyes scanning the ground, and then he spots it, a package and seemingly unguarded one. He swoops in to grab it, but gotcha! Loses his bike. Whoa, this thief's heart must have skipped a beat. He's casually riding his bike, spots a package on the porch, and thinks he has hit the jackpot. But little does he know, the owner is watching his every move. As soon as he grabs the package, the owner bursts out of the house with a gun in hand, sending the thief into panic mode. He drops the package like it's hot, abandons his bike, and takes off running for his life. Talk about a close call. Sliding into the truck. Ha ha! This thief's high-speed getaway ends in a crushing defeat. After swiping the package, he thinks he has got away clean and floors it on his bike. But in his reckless haste, he fails to notice a truck stopped in front of him and slams right into it. The impact sends him flying over the handlebars and crashing to the ground. Surprise inside the package. The owner has got a clever trick up her sleeve. She has had enough of these thieves, so she decides to give them a surprise of their own. She fills the package with worms and waits for the next unsuspecting thief to take the bait. And take it they do! The thief grabs the package, unaware of the squirmy surprise inside. They take it home, and well, let's just say they're in for a creepy, crawly surprise. The owner's revenge is served, and it's a dish of worms. Who knows what their reaction will be? Thief versus thief. Unbelievable. Two thieves, one prize, the package on the porch. They both spot the delivery guy walking away and think they have hit the jackpot, but they didn't count on each other. A comedic fight breaks out between the two would-be thieves, each trying to get their hands on the package. One grabs the package, while the other resorts to using a flower pot as a weapon. Scared by the owner. This sneaky girl thinks she's found an easy target, strolling up to the driveway with her eyes on the package lying on the porch. But little does she know, the homeowner is watching from inside. And just as she's about to grab it, he shouts out, scaring her off. She takes off running, jumps in her car, and peels out of there without even looking back. Guess she didn't want to get caught red-handed. The homeowner wins this round, and the package stays safe. Thief getting a water splash. In times of frequent thefts, homeowners have to stay ready. One homeowner, tired of thieves breaking into cars and houses, set up an epic defense. When a suspect rolled up on his bike to this house and went for the car, he got a big surprise. A booby trap inside the car activated, spraying a stream of water right in the thief's face. His reaction was priceless as he stumbled back, trying to escape while still getting hit by the water. He even tried pedaling away on his bike, drenched and panicked. That's what you call a perfect dose of justice for these car thieves. The fancy Amazon package. We have another smart way to catch these package thieves red-handed, and that is by tagging them with a mark they can't hide. Check this video out, for example. To nab these porch pirates, a special bait package was set up to trap them. These packages were rigged with a surprise inside and left out for the thieves to grab. The porch pirates thought they were scoring a fancy Amazon package, but instead, they got a booby-trapped box. When they open it at home, a shock awaits them. The trap goes off, blasting them with a glitter bomb. This leaves them covered in a sparkly mess, making them easy to spot and track down.
Oh my gosh, a package from Amazon? Don't mind if I do. Anyways, neighbor, who let the dogs out? Who? Who?
Number 2. You are what you wear. Now this creative package thief decided to dress properly for their role, seeing as there's a security camera recording the entrance of this home and that they were reluctant about showing their face to it. This porch pirate decided to pull off this crazy move. They put on a garbage bag, made sure only their feet were free so that they can walk in this hilarious way towards the package that they went through all of this to steal. Number 3. Aren't you even gonna wait? This wild porch pirate couldn't even wait for the delivery guy to be off the property. And watch as this guy from FedEx is unsuspectingly walking towards the porch where he wanted to leave the package, but almost as soon as it touches the ground, and he rings the bell from the back, a porch pirate quickly gets to it before the guy even had a chance to react. It seems he was as surprised as the homeowners who opened the door only to find the delivery guy without their package. What a tough situation this would be to explain if it had not been caught on the security camera. In the end, they teach us that trying to steal someone else's packages might just lead to public embarrassment or a viral video. We hope you enjoyed the content that we prepared for you today. Thank you for watching.